Hey everyone, stick with the Us versus Herd. If it's your first time here, let the content, hit subscribe. If you want to get notifications from when we go live, tap the bell. We go live Monday through Friday, 30 minutes before market open. And if you want to join the UVH fam, our community links are below in the description to the Discord and our options trading group on Facebook. If you are here right now, good morning. Say what up. You're the first ones here. Say how you doing, what's going on. Right now, S&Ps are up 15, Dow's up 134, Nasdaq up 56 after being down a little bit last night. You know, we had that sell-off into the close, and then they dipped a little bit lower last night, but then have recovered. So far, we got Carl, Keith, Nick, Ivan, Jeff, Tito. Just everyone's playing COD. You guys playing COD Mobile, Warzone? What's up? Mason Goldfish. I was actually looking at the Us. I actually forgot I did launch an Us versus Herd Twitch channel, but I never did anything with it. I registered the name, but I never did anything with it. Billy Fight, Dut, Hank. Reggie, thanks, man. Dan Armando, Dan Beesmer. So, what is going on this morning? So, I was in a couple earnings plays. If you guys watched my video last night, I was a couple earnings plays. I'm currently in Disney and in GM. First off, we have the ADP payroll report that I talked about coming out this week. ADP payroll drops by 20.2 million in April, worst job loss in the history of the ADP report. 9 big businesses suffered 9 million jobs it lost. Private payrolls, mostly in the services and hospitality, transportation, utilities, as well as construction. So we kind of knew that. Ariana, how you doing? So in the history of the ADP report, this is the worst. This is the worst one. This is the worst one ever. Peloton's at 37. Yeah, Peloton has earnings this week, so I think I'm going to trade Peloton. I'll get into Peloton. I think I'm going to trade Peloton after earnings. I don't know. They could really surprise you. They could really surprise you, even though I don't believe in the stock. Still, could. And look at what GM did. Look at what GM did. So GM reported earnings. So if you watched the video from last night, I covered the trade on why I trade GM the way that I did. I basically was, and it's the same way I did the banks and stuff like that. Everything worked out fine with the banks. However, with GM, I was trading it in comparison to Ford because I'm like, okay, they're probably pretty similar companies, blah, blah, blah. Ford ripped up and then Ford faded, which is what GM is doing right now. GM has ripped up a bit and might fade, but Ford didn't post a $294 million profit in the first quarter. The COVID outbreak cut deeply into GM's performance, costing the automaker $1.4 billion, but still made $294 million profit. So, tread lightly. So I actually shorted some naked calls on GM. I'm short the 21. I'm short the 21 strike. Now, looking at what I got going on here, if I pull this up. So GM, let's pull this up. I'm short the 21 strike, naked, 2 of them. However, I did buy the 25 call for protection for May 22nd here, so we're a bit out of the money right now, but it could get there. So what I am planning to do here, if we look at the analysis, right now it's at 22.85. I'm going to be down probably, let's say it goes down to 23. I'm going to be down like $1.50, $150, probably 120, somewhere around there, anywhere between $130 and $150. So I'm gonna be in the red here, and it doesn't look like it wants to fade anything back down to like 22. 21 and a half was kind of my break even. 22 area, only down like 50, and then it kind of, as you can see, losses increase quite a bit from there. So I actually didn't think it was going to move that much, and it didn't really move that much. It just went against my position a little bit. So we'll see what happens with that. But with Disney, so Disney did report, they're basically, if you look at Disney, Disney is basically flat right now. It closed at 101.06. It's at right now 101.02, which, which is what we've been saying. I mean, I've been saying that I think the earnings are priced in. We're at, if you look at Disney, we're at a multi-year support here. This is a 5-year support level. It's bounced off 100 many times, and also there's been a big accumulation around the 100 mark. So, it's back into its safety zone. So that's why I haven't really been shorting Disney, because, the juice is getting harder to squeeze. So if the juice is getting harder to squeeze, I look for an easier trade that has more juice in it. But for Disney, what I have on right now, let me pull this up. So for Disney, right now, I was neutral on that because I'm like, okay, I think the earnings are going to be priced in. I'm neutral. I sold the 101 strikes right here. I sold the 101 strikes. I bought the 109 call, the 94 put, but I'm short the 101 call, the 101 put. And actually, at 101 is we'll nail it here if it goes to 101. This doesn't look right. Let's bring down volatility a little bit. So volatility is like, let's bring down volatility a little bit. So if it opens up around here, we're going to be making. Oh, I didn't bring down implied volatility on GM. So maybe I'll lose less money. I didn't bring down implied volatility. We'll see. But 101, we're basically going to be making like $70 off this trade. It's not going to be like a huge winner, but we'll be making $70. If I let it go until like the next day, you'll make a little bit more, but then you leave yourself open to risk. People always ask me like, hey, this earnings trade, should I leave it open? It hit my sweet spot. Should I leave it open? And it's like, hey, you could leave it open if you're comfortable with the risk. It's up to you. Like if you're comfortable, if you have a trade open, that means you're open and accepting that risk. Like, so it doesn't matter if Disney right now opens at 101. If it opens up at 110 tomorrow, are you willing to take $100 loss? If the answer is no, then close it out. If you don't want to. So, the longer that you leave the trade on, the more risk you're open to. Whenever you have a trade on, you're open to risk. When the trade is closed, the risk is gone. But then you get a little FOMO and you're like, hey, I should have held that. Like, because I got a $5. I think I got a $5. Yeah, I got a $5 credit for this. So if it sits at 101 for the rest of the week, I make $500 versus the $60 at open. And people always think about that. They're always like, well, I could make the $500, or I could, instead of the $60, I'll just let it expire. I'll make the $500. Okay, but you're leaving yourself open to risk. What are you willing to risk for that? It's not a free trade. It's not free money. It's not saying, hey, you're going to be, how do you know by Friday it's still going to be a 101 or 105? And as you can see here, as the week progresses, yes, you still make more money. So so the 8th, Friday the 8th, if it expires, it's saying on Friday the 8th right here, if it expires, out of that 500, I'm only going to make 325. So I'm not going to make the full credit ever because I sold at the money, right? I sold at the money, so I'm never going to make the full. I will never make the full credit here. So if it's saying at the time of expiration, well, it's saying at expiration I guess I will make like $500. But theoretically on Friday, I'll be up 325. I actually have to let it expire there, and to actually nail that trade, I mean, it's hard. I mean, it's definitely hard. I mean, not saying it can't be done, but it's near impossible, I would say. So that's what I mean by like, okay, that's why I close out my trades, and I reload them. Sometimes, I mean, unless let's say I'm at like max loss. If I'm max loss the trade, sure, I'll hold on to it because like, what worse can the damage be done? They can't do anything worse to me except for like assign me, and there's assignment fees and there's a little bit of mess. But if I'm max loss, it's in my interest to hold on to the trade. People try to I see people oh yeah, I shouldn't have got rid of it. It was max loss. I'm like, okay, when you're max loss on an earnings play, here's the risk if you're selling premium. The risk is that you are assigned shares, and people get scared of that because it's like, oh yeah, I don't have $40,000 in buying power and blah blah blah, right? But for me, I mean, but then you still own the shares and you're okay. It's fine. You'll be okay. But essentially, in this trade, if I was max loss, I would definitely hold on to it. Like if it opened up at 82, the chances of it coming back to 100 by Friday are very slim. But might as well take the risk if you're max loss. You know what I mean? So that's what's happened on Disney. So I got to watch. So Disney, GM's going a little bit against me. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with that. They'll probably balance each other out a little bit. What is a shame? What's going on? Slick, J Cam, Moon Judy. How we doing? If you're just joining, say what up. Do me a favor, hit the like button. We just got some news in Uber. And have you guys been noticing this? That companies are giving a lot of information out right before earnings, They don't want to do all this during earnings. We got another Ivan in the house, Christopher Wong. Uber has earnings Thursday. So they have earnings tomorrow night. It's interesting to me, and this happened to Google. Google put out before earnings oh yeah, we're cutting ad spending by 50%. They're doing this, they're doing that. They're trying to cushion the blow, and Google and they're trying to lower the bar of expectation, and that's why Google did so well. There wasn't any bad news in their earnings call. They got rid of the bad news beforehand. So they're saying Uber's laying off 3,700 employees, 14% of the workforce. They're getting rid of the bad news ahead of the earnings. Uber has been hit by the pandemic. By the pandemic, as travel has stalled. Global gross bookings are down 80%. So I am actually really interested in Uber and Lyft for earnings, and I am going to be looking at that for a little bit today. I don't know what I'm going to be doing, but I'm going to be looking at it today on what I plan to be doing. Mass job loss. Ariana, I'm not even worried about the mass job loss. I'm more worried about Illinois staying in business. I mean, Illinois was the most bankrupt state in the country before all this. And now I know that Trump hates our governor Pritzker. Trump hates Pritzker, and Trump was saying yesterday, he's like, oh yeah, why should we bail out the blue states? It's not good for Republicans. But if I can remember correctly, he's the president of the United States, and I am an American. I'm just saying, I think everybody in California, New York, well, not everyone's American here, but you know what I get. I think we're all. California, Illinois, New York. Sure, they're blue states, but I think that last time I checked, we're in America. I think I get here's the thing with Illinois, we have the worst history. What was it 6 of our last 8 governors have gone to jail? You know what I mean? 6 of our last governors have gone to jail. But there's nothing I can do about that. We had corruption. We've had corruption since the days of the mafia and probably before that. Since the days of the mafia here in Chicago and probably before that, there's always been corruption in Chicago. Always. And probably in New York. Except we're just people in Chicago get caught. So, I get the whole he doesn't want to help the Democrats thing, but there's a lot of good people here, and if you send the big states like California, Illinois, New York, we have the biggest cities in the world, and we generate a lot of money. Yes, I get that we ran things into the ground. The politicians ran things into the ground. But you can't that's basically saying, okay, well, Florida, you're gonna be okay. So what does that say? That means, are you saying that I need to leave Illinois to feel safe in America? I'm just saying. So I'm a little, I don't know. It's a fine line where you're going, because not everybody in these states, not everybody in Illinois is a Democrat. You're assuming it's, everybody in Illinois is a Democrat, or everyone in California is a Democrat, everyone in New York is a Democrat. That's not true. That's not true. I know a lot of people who support Trump in Illinois. So I'm just saying, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a confusing time, but I think, I try not to get political on here, but I think as if you're a governor is one thing, you take care of your state. If you're the president of the United States, you should care about all Americans, right? Not just some people. I mean, that's just. I mean, I know that I'm biased because I'm in Illinois and they're coming for me, but it's gonna be rough, guys. Illinois is doomed. Yeah, Blago's almost out, but I think Blago was. I mean, that was a really harsh sentence. Democrats ran their states into the ground financially before they should Ohio pay for Illinois' mistakes over the last 50 years. I think Americans should start caring about other Americans, and it's not necessarily everybody's fault. You know, I'm up for a rising up of the people. Get rid of all the politicians that have bankrupted everything. If you bail, let's say you bail out Illinois, I think you should wipe the slate clean and let other people rise up. I'm all down for that. I'm all up for resetting. I think that this thing, it's a mess. It's a mess. I feel if you guys aren't happy with the politicians and you're not happy with your state, and we get a bailout, it's kind of like for the companies, for instance. It's like the government, like, oh, we're gonna bail this company, but we're gonna put a government employee on your board to oversee what's going on here. Should be the same thing. If you don't like it, like, let's change it. We, like, in Illinois, we know what happened. I didn't like it for the years that I've lived here, but I have to live here. I don't, where do you want me to go? Where do you want me to go? Uproot my whole family, my whole life, because, so it's it's a mess. Your state may be broke today, but if they make a lot of money, they can fix their problem. Yeah, I mean, I think that we could fix it, but what's it gonna take? You know what I mean? Like, if you want to fix the problem, it's always gonna cost you something. What's the cost gonna be? Is it gonna be jobs? Is it gonna be time? Is it going to be, Colin, amen, rise up. So, I'm just saying, like, things are gonna get a little rocky here, outside of unemployment. But if Chicago, LA, New York fall, I mean, America is going to be really, really hurt. You know what I mean? Yo, Carmine, I pay a lot of tax, man. I pay a lot of tax. I mean, I support everything. I file all my taxes. I pay sales tax. I pay everything. So, like, for me, I'm like the best citizen there is, and at the same time, I'm still gonna have to pay. I'm still gonna have to reap the repercussions of the people in the state that are not paying taxes, and I have to reap the repercussions of the people that are running this thing into the ground, and that's what it is. That's what it is. So I'm just, I'm wondering. So if the states fail, if they let the states fail, is what I'm trying to get at. Is we're gonna be like what Ariana said. Unemployment's at 30 million. We're gonna be in a lot worse shape than that. We're talking about Uber and the economy and all that. So, I'm interested in Uber. I'm interested in Lyft. I'm going to see what I can do there. The main benefit that Uber has is Uber Eats, which may offset some of its losses. So, we'll see what we can do. Man, GM's costing me some money right now. We have a dip in BYND. So BYND, yeah, I mean, BYND Beyond had a good quarter. Now it's at 111, 112 area. I was watching this. I was thinking about trading it, decided not to because, it had another rejection here at 115. So right now I'm going to watch it. What we really need is it to break through the 120 area. This is what we needed to break. We need to break 120 area. But right now it's getting stopped out, Yep, Uber's laying off, but the thing with Uber, it may save them some money. Let's see what that news announcement's doing to their stock. Let's moving it down a little bit. I mean, Uber. The good news is when you see layoffs like that, it's a two-edged sword. So the good news is it's going to save the company a lot of money. The bad news is those people are going to lose their jobs. But if you're focusing on the company, it's good for the company. People are like, I don't understand why it's good for the company to lay off people. Because people cost them money, and if they get rid of them, it's less liability. It's a cold world, guys. I'm sorry. But that's the way it is. Like, they laid off so many people and their stock is moving up. It's because they cut costs, and they'll have a greater chance to be profitable, right? And unfortunately, when I say cut costs, cutting costs are actual people that will no longer have a job. And Uber is cutting 3,700 people. So 3,700 people will not have a job. It's a lot of people, It's a lot of people. But that's also for the company a lot of liability. They don't have to make their payroll. They don't have to pay insurance. They don't have to pay liability insurance on them, health insurance. They don't have to pay company taxes on them. The cost savings is pretty substantial. So that is why, like Boeing, when they laid off people, the stock moved up. It's going to happen, and that's what it is. The company's not doing well, but they're trying to get their margins under control. If the company doesn't lay off some people, everybody loses third with the company closures. Yeah, so it's unfortunately, it's always when you work for a company, it's always us versus them, the staff, management versus the staff, the people making the decisions versus the people that work at the company. So if you don't make the decisions that are leading the company, you're going to be part of the axe with no golden parachute. And it's a shame that, let's say Uber goes out of business. I mean, they're probably going to have a great big golden parachute while everyone else is starving. And that's the way the world works. I can't do anything to change that. That's the way it's always been. That's what happened to the banks. Everyone got golden parachutes except for the people at the bottom. And that's just the way the world works for now. Unless somebody wants to rise up and change it. I'm all about it, guys. I'm all about it. If you guys got better ideas, if you guys want to do something, I'm down to listen. I'm down. If you guys want to make the world a better place, I'm down to listen. Last night we also had ATVI earnings. So ATVI ripped up pretty nice. Now the thing is, I didn't trade ATVI because I was kind of scared of it. And the reason why I was scared of it is because the trade didn't make sense. It was only going to move like $4.67 for the entire week. And today's only Wednesday, so I'm like, that doesn't sound like a lot. That doesn't sound like a lot of movement. I think it's underpriced in the option, and it's already moved. It's moved like $6, so we're already beyond the expected move. So I could have done like a debit spread or something, but I just wasn't sure that I wanted to be more new. I don't really like to buy premium for earnings, so that's why I kind of got away from it, because I'm like, okay, this could definitely. It closed up in here at like 68, but it could definitely come back down below if it wasn't, because I think there's going to be high expectations for Activision. A lot of things are going on in the gaming, and I thought that maybe it could come back down. But on the downside, I only had protection up to like 64, and I thought it could come down to this like 60, 62 area, but instead it went up, which I wouldn't have been profitable here either if I sold options. So sometimes it's better just to stay out of it, Daniel Cellulars, what's going on? If you're just joining, say what up. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. But yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation that we're in. SPCE. So Space, I mean, I have the earnings right here, actually. They got a new NASA deal here. I think the stock, was it flat right now? Oh, it's up. It's up. It closed at 1662. It's currently 1793. What was the expected move on this thing? It was, should have sold some premium in here. $2.80. I mean, it was 200% implied volatility. But the thing is, like, this stock kind of scares me because it's like, okay, we're just chilling. We're real quiet. We're real quiet. We're real quiet. When are you going to awaken the beast? And apparently, it didn't really get awoken. It's kind of priced in. So we would have made money selling some premium in here, you know. So they said they lost 60 million, 30 cents a share, compared with a 42.5 million. A 42.5 million loss, or 22 cents a share, the first quarter of 2019. So they lost a little bit of money. Revenue fell $238,000. So I mean, like, if you're looking at these revenues and stuff, I mean, this is a relatively small company, so you know you want to be careful with it. It says Virgin said it had a strong cash position with cash and cash equivalents of 419 million as of March 31st. So that's good news. You know, Virgin said the full impact of the coronavirus pandemic will depend on future developments, such as ultimate duration and scope of the outbreak, which is what we know. Virgin Galactic said it will provide updates as appropriate, but offered no outlook. So that's also another reason why the stocks are not moving as much, guys, is because they've withdraw their guidance for even next quarter, a lot of them, or even the full year. So if we don't know where they're going, the stock's not going to really move anything because no one knows what's going on. So if they don't issue guidance, we have a hard time understanding where we think the company's going to go. And apparently, maybe the people running these companies know where they want to go, where it's going to go, but they're not telling us. Or maybe they have no idea where it's going to go. They're like, oh, I have no idea because we could be shut down for 2 years and everyone, it's the zombie apocalypse and everybody's in loincloths running around with sticks, So we don't know what's gonna happen here. We don't know what's gonna happen. Yo, Ricardo, appreciate it. How big do you think the drop will be when last month's unemployment numbers come out? Yo, I don't know, man. Like they've been pumping up the numbers. It seems like no number is too big for a Green Thursday. You know what I mean? Like it seems like no number is too big for a Green Thursday. Yo, Daniel Ring, what's going on? Juan, I got a stimulus check for my father has been passed for 2 years. Yeah, I don't know what to do about that, man. Like what can you do? What can you do about that? I mean, you don't feel right keeping the money. Obviously, it's not yours. But yeah, the whole thing's a mess, man. The whole thing's a mess. Yeah, you gotta send it back. I wonder how many people are not going to do the right thing and causing a mess. There's, I'm sure it's a lot. I mean, Christine EGHT. Let's look EGHT and Square earnings. Alex, 8x8. It's looking a little squeezy here. I mean, 8x8 is like a if you guys don't know what 8x8 is, they're a voice over IP or VoIP company. They're probably, they're actually probably not doing too bad right now during this pandemic, but looks a little, has some pretty crazy swings, so you might be able to get some stuff there. The option pricing looks a little wide, so you want to be careful with that. Square. So Square has been, back to its area. I think Square's gonna probably be okay, but I don't think they're gonna be they're gonna do anything crazy. That's in my opinion, of course. I don't think that they're gonna do anything crazy. So, it likes this area between 60 and 65, so it might just stick around here. It might push up to 70. So I think it might just stick between 60 and 70, but I don't think it's gonna go too crazy. All right, let's see here. How much am I down today on GM? What's GM doing? Disney, huh? Let's see what we can do. Let's get out of Disney. Make some money on Disney. What do you guys say? Can I get out of this? Just try to get out of Disney. Okay. So Disney, I got out with $168 profit. So it seems like the Tastyworks thing was off by about $100. You know. So the Tastyworks analysis, I calculated I was gonna make about $70, and I just made $168. All right, so if GM goes above 23, right now I'm down $124 on GM. I'm gonna let it play out here, see what happens. If it tries to go, so I got a $168 cushion today. Well, it looks like it's not gonna happen for me. Oh man, we'll see what happens with GM here. I don't want to close it out like at open because the implied volatility is gonna be high. So let's just see what happens here. Ivan, do you have an online course? You know what? I am currently shooting it right now. Here's the thing with the course, and I've been making it for a long time. What I want to do with the course is I want to give you guys a perspective that you've never seen before. What courses are generally right now? What courses are right now are people basically just tell you things that you can look up yourself on Investopedia.com. Okay? That's all courses right now. They don't give you any insight. They teach you, oh, here's a call and a put. Okay, here's a strangle. Here's an iron condor. I got all that stuff on free for YouTube already. That's not what I'm looking to do. The course, what I'm looking to do is for you to, the plan for the course is to structure it in a way so that way you can identify within yourself the strategy that will work the best for you. Over the years of options trading, I've discovered that it's impossible. Like you see those guys like, oh yeah, if you follow these 3 chart patterns, you're going to make money every time. That's not the case. It's not the case. It's not true at all. Where you make the money, most of it is psychological. Identifying who you are, identifying your strengths and your weaknesses, and developing a strategy around that. And that is what my course is going to be about. It's going to be about, yeah, I'll have the basics in there. Sure, I'll have all the basics. If you know nothing about options today, it will teach you all that. But I'm going to add the strategy in there. And the strategy is not just things that, like the way that I trade is strategy, sure. But you also have to develop a strategy that works for you. You know, I can't say like, hey, I have a lot, you know, I'm in front of my computer most of the day so I can look at the charts and stuff. If you're working like construction and stuff like that and you're outside and you can't check the charts, you can't follow a strategy that a guru or myself do. You have to make your own strategy that's profitable. You know, you can trade options outside of a 9 to 5. You could trade options. I mean, I do it. You could trade options. You could trade options with limited time, but you have to have a different strategy. So my goal is to create something so that way you can identify and create a strategy for yourself. Okay. It's going to be hard work. My course is not going to be popular. You know why my course is not going to be popular? Is because it's going to take real work, blood, sweat, and tears to be profitable. And if you're not, and a lot of people are going to fail. You know, a lot of people are going to fail. But you know, just like when you go into trading, you become an entrepreneur. You know, when you go into trading, you become an entrepreneur. In the real world, outside of trading, like if you open up a business, let's say you go open up a hot dog stand or a donut shop. Do you think it's easy? People just going to come in and you're going to make all these bags of money? You know, you think it's easy? You know, I sat on YouTube for a good 2 years with very little views. The content has never changed. I pushed through. It was really hard. I pushed through because I love making this type of content. I love connecting with you guys. I love doing this. But and still my channel is really small, and you know why it's small is because it's not. I'm not gonna be the popular YouTube guru that tells you, oh, it's so easy, you just roll out of bed, make $2,000, roll out of bed. All you have to do is this, and you'll be fine. And that's not realistic. And I'm just gonna be, what I say on my YouTube is realistic, and people don't like that, and then they find out like, oh yeah, I think that I might quit. If you think you don't have what it takes to push through, then just quit. Don't do it. Be a quitter. If you don't think you can do it, don't do it, because it's going to be, options trading is one of the hardest things that you can do. It'll be the most profitable thing that you can do in your life, but it doesn't come for free. It takes a lot of hard work, takes dedication, it takes studying the charts, knowing yourself, and knowing when to apply certain strategies in different situations. In knowing when the market shifts, you also have to shift. And when it shifts, what do you need to do to be profitable when the market shifts? And that is what the course is going to be about. And that's why it's harder for me. Like people put out courses like nothing these days for YouTube people, right? They put courses out. But if I'm just putting out static information, I could record that in an afternoon and just push it out. It'd be a bunch of crap and you never make any money. The course I want is something that's going to improve your life forever. And that's what I'm looking to do. And I know this is like, you think this is a sales pitch, but this is what I believe in. I'm passionate about it. This is what I believe in. And I know that if I just put it in, like, let's say I just do a course and this is what a call is. This is what a put is. This is what an iron condor is. Okay, good luck, guys. I know that 95% of the people will fail that. They'll get through the course, they'll go into trading, and then they'll be like, man, I bought that course, wasted money, Nick was trash, And if it has my name on it, and it has something that I put in there, I'm going to put in the years of work, and I'm going to expose everything and all the things that I've come across over the last few years, good, the bad, and things that, key moments that really helped me become the trader that I am today. And I'm still learning, I'm still growing, I'm still doing that. So that's why that's why we always will evolve. I mean, there's traders that have been trading for 40 years that are still growing, still evolving. Warren Buffett, he just took a major hit on the airlines and he's still growing, he's still evolving. If you think that you could just learn one thing and think you'll be successful in business, you're wrong. It's not going to happen. You're going to lose money. You're not going to be able to put the work in, and you're going to fail. And that's the same thing. If you open up a business, a brick and mortar business, and you can only do one thing, you're going to fail. Like if you can just provide service, you're going to fail in other aspects. Other aspects are legally. You have to know enough about taxes and hire people and do that kind of thing. You have to, when you start a business, you have to wear a lot of hats, and that's what you have to do with options trading and stock trading. You have to wear a lot of hats, and that is the mentality that I want to bring to you guys. So people have been asking me for a while, like, are you going to do any type of training and stuff like that? And the answer is yes, it's coming, but I'm going to pour everything into it. I'm going to leave nothing on the table. And at the end of the day, I want you guys to be the most successful traders in the world. And I think that could happen. There's a lot of people that are successful already just by watching the YouTube, and that has really encouraged me. But, I think that we can do better. Yo, Tony, appreciate it. Yo, Ricardo, thanks. Carmine, thanks. Alex just sold Square 65 call, $118. Yeah, buddy, that's what I'm talking about. Joe Millen, step-by-step booklet for you to get your game on. I did start. So the one thing that we are doing is trying to get like more one-on-one with people. So how I'm trying to, through the impact report, I'm actually going to be doing basically monthly live Zooms and going directly with those subscribers, so that the people that need a little bit of help, people have extra questions. This is what this is, and we're gonna be, and it's for me to connect directly with you guys in a smaller group, and that's what I'm starting to do. So I'm seeing how that's going to go. But then we're going to be doing some more stuff with the training, and it's going to be out of control. It's going to be out of control. So that's kind of what I have planned. So if you guys are like, why doesn't it's not that people get angry when they say, where's your training? And it's not that I don't want to put it out there. It's that I want to make sure it's going to change your life, and I don't mean that, but it's only going to change your life if you let it. If you put in the work. I can't put in the work for you. I can only help you along the way. I can only give you advice. I can only encourage you. But at the end of the day, you and the screen, that's it. You put in the work, put in the blood, sweat, and tears. Like, I can't go to the gym. I can't go to the gym and say, hey, I ran 5 miles for you, Carmine. Glad you lost 10 pounds. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You have to put the work in, and you may, that's why people get trainers and stuff like that. And that'll probably be my place is to encourage and uplift. But I can't do the workout for you to lose weight. I'm sorry, I can't. I can't do the workout for you to make you stronger. I can't do the workout for you to make you faster. I can't do it, but I can kind of help along the way, and that's it. Probably just gonna close out GM and take the L. Let's see what the 15-minute chart looks like here. Yeah, it could get a little squeezy here. We just passed 1,000 subscribers on this channel just the other day. It's crazy. Just be prepared. Just be prepared, guys. I'm gonna roll out ads on this channel. Just be advised. I needed 1,000 subscribers to start rolling out ads. So, be prepared. When I rolled out ads on the Us versus Herd channel, people got mad. They're like, "Why are there ads on here?" Because I went, and the thing is, it took me a long time to get 1,000 subscribers on the other channel. It took me a whole year to get 1,000 subscribers on Us versus Herd channel. It took me 1 whole year to get 1,000 subscribers. Actually, more than that, like a year and a half. And when I got approved for ads to be rolled on the channel, everyone's like, "Why are there ads on this channel? It's trash." So I'm preparing you right now. Ads are coming to this channel. It is what it is. It's still free to watch. Still free to watch, but there's gonna be an ad or two. Okay, there's gonna be an ad or two. Yeah, what's up with the guy? Like that was the worst. Like that's one of the worst sales pitch doing. Here's 30 grand. My parents thought I was doing drugs. Like, what kind of opening? I guess he's going for like shock value to grab you, but it's kind of dumb. It's kind of dumb. But that's the kind of the thing is, the people that I market to, and the people that will buy the course, the people that are not going to be the 18-year-old Ferrari wannabes. Okay, we're going to have adults here with realistic expectations and have a brain. When you're 18, when I was 18, I didn't have a freaking clue what was going on in the world, and I thought it was so easy and stuff like that. Almost 20 years later, I'm going to be 35 this year. I've had a lot of success. I've had a lot of things that were not successful, right, in this life. And I know the hard work that it goes into building companies. I know the hard work that it goes into making money. I know the hard work that it goes into building a family and everything in between, and relationships and all that stuff, So the people that, and you guys could tell, the people like in the Discord, the people on the options trading group on Facebook, they are responsible human beings with their money. We're not, sure, maybe we gamble a little bit here and there, but we're not like Wall Street betting it up. Okay, 500 grand on SPY puts, and then we go up for the next 4 days, and the dude like has to call his dad up and be like, "Dad, can you please wire me some more money? I've gotten a little bit of trouble on Reddit, and I I'm gonna get margin called soon, and I don't know what to do. And his dad's like, son, just shut up. Here's the money. Don't call me again. So there's those kind of people that don't take life seriously and they don't take money seriously. But the people here, like you right now watching this stream, the people in the Discord, the people on the Facebook options group, they're serious about this, and that's what we want to be. We want to be serious about this. If you're not serious about this, this is not the stream for you, man. This is not the place for you. If you don't want to if you want to go gamble and you want to figure it out yourself, get out of here, I don't care. I know I'm not going to be the most popular person because I know that my strategy is not easy. So easy's not the way to go. You want easy? Easy jobs are low pay jobs. Easy jobs are low paying. That's what it is, Yo, Trevor, I agree with you. Yo, Wani, CLVS. And is GM gonna drop here or not? Is GM gonna drop? I need GM to come down a little bit. But if I close it here, I'm gonna be break even on the day, which I guess is better than losing. And then I'm gonna need a day trade. But let's see here, CLVS. I need it to come down. I need GM to come down to 22. If it doesn't, we're gonna get kind of hurt here. It's getting rejected at 23. It had kind of got squeezed at open and then it's dropped. So let's see here. CLVS is ripping. GILD is down a little bit today. Home Depot's down a little bit today. Netflix is up pretty crazy right now. I mean, look at Netflix rip. Netflix has been really good to day trade on. If you're looking for a day trade stock, learn Netflix. I'm not saying just go in and buy the rip or sell the dip, buy the rip, buy the dip, short the rip. Sorry, guys. But you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm trying to say. But this is a really good. I've been doing fairly well day trading Netflix. It doesn't make any sense a lot of the times, but it doesn't obey the market, so it makes it a good stock to trade, and it has really crazy intraday swings that it's not as expensive as like Tesla and stuff. If you like to trade, like day trade something that's crazy a little bit, Netflix is your boy. Okay, this is looking good. Come on, GM. I need GM down a little bit more. Let's drop to 22. Close them out. Well, yeah, Netflix. I mean, look at this. Look at this nice two-sided action. I didn't trade it, but nice two-sided action yesterday. I like to trade stocks that both the bulls and the bears get fed on, because it creates a lot of opportunity. So you can stick to one side, sure, but the bulls or the bears, whatever side you're against, they don't get angry. The thing is, the trick with Netflix, Daniel Ring, is don't try to make sense out of it. Just trade the price. Look at where resistance is. Look at where resistance is. Look at where support is. That's what really matters, and that's why I trade Netflix fairly well. It pays attention to support and resistance and some technicals, which is why I'm good at trading it. Don't forget the subscribers. Forget about the pandemic. Forget about all that crap. Focus on the price. All right, so GM's coming down. We're coming back down into. I'm down in the position, but with Disney, I'll be up on it. All right, so I think I'll just close them out. So overall earnings was kind of a bust today. Let's just close it out, so it's not even worth it. I'm gonna keep the call though. Okay, so I lost. Okay, so I made $168 on Disney and I lost $166 on GM. However, I do have a call for May 22nd for the 25 strike on GM. That's up 56% right now. So I guess I'm plus side Kind of probably it's probably going lower though, to be honest with you. But I'm trying to be green on the day. You know, these were my first trades that I put on since Thursday. And I was kind of going in low and slow. You know what I mean? I was just going in low and slow. And didn't want to get my face ripped off, but here goes GM a little bit lower. So it's all good. You know, we'll be good. We'll maneuver. So basically break even right now on the day with GM. But the risk is off. I'm up a couple bucks. We'll make some money. We'll make something happen, guys. So I'm gonna be signing off here. I will be in the Discord. If you guys want to hang out, send me a message, shoot me a message on Instagram, Twitter, wherever you are. If you don't know what Discord is, I'm on Twitter, Instagram. Hit me up. As always, guys, stay safe, stay green. It's us versus herd.